let's start converting your visitors into customers.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
What's up, icons? It's the iconic fashion figure. And if you saw my video on how to earn like $4,000 in a month by creating that free website that I set you guys up with, you probably have already finished that and you're wondering how to convert those visitors over to paying customers so you can actually make the $4,000 a month or more. So I'm going to run through 5 tips I want to give you guys on how to truly make money off of those visitors you're receiving on your website, or will be receiving if you're not done setting up yet. The first one I talked a lot about in the first video, which is going to be your customer service. So in that video, I talked a lot about live chat and chatting. That is definitely going to be one of the tools you need to use to convert your visitors into paying customers. Don't just allow your customers to visit without actually approaching them. Service them. Once you provide that phenomenal customer service, you'll have some of those customers that just feel like they have to buy from you just because of the service they just received from you. Some of you probably have experienced this before, where you go in a store, your intentions may have been to just browse around, maybe you buy something if you see something you like, or maybe you had no plans on buying anything, you're just shopping around. But then you get approached by a customer service rep and they help you and show you so much stuff. Now you feel like you have to buy something. It makes you feel obligated to buy just because they were so nice and so helpful. So be that person. Be very helpful to your visitors so that you get those customers that will feel like they're obligated to buy something just because you were so nice. Sometimes it may be even the cheapest item you have, but to them, they feel like at least they contributed to helping you, and to you, is you're excited just to have an order regardless of what the item is. So make sure you engage and service all of your visitors. Also use this customer service experience as a time to collect your leads. So when you're doing those live chats and you're engaging, start collecting their information, their emails, phone numbers, get them to follow you on social media, that type of stuff, and that will lead us to our next step in a moment. But as far as customer service, just be available to your visitors, and then always remember, good customer service can always lead to referrals. Because someone enjoyed their experience, they'll recommend someone else to shop with you too. But moving into tip number 2, which I kind of touched on when I talked about collecting the leads. Once you collect that information from your visitors, however you're collecting it, whether it's a subscribe, pop-up, whether they actually placed an order, whether it's a contact form, you engage the live chat, whatever it may be, to collect that information, you want to make sure you follow up with your visitors. Even if they didn't buy anything, follow up with them. Sometimes it can take a visitor 3 to 5 times to visit your website before they actually buy something. Those are the visitors you definitely want to make sure you're engaging with and following up with, because if they keep coming back, they're coming back for a reason. There's something that they like about your business. There may be a specific product that they like. They just don't know if they're ready to buy from you yet, or maybe they just don't trust your business yet, but they see something they want. There's a reason they keep coming back to visit. So keep following up with them until you actually close the deal, and that would be them actually placing the order with you. So always follow up with all of your visitors. Let them keep coming back until they eventually do check out. And those follow-ups can be done through email campaigns, it can be done through SMS campaigns, it can be done through social media. However you find a way to follow up with them, continue to follow up with your visitors. Tip number 3, so we can convert these visitors into paying customers. And tip number 3 is to build value. I don't know if all of you know what I mean when I say build value, but this is your moment to talk about you, or I should say your brand. Sometimes some customers are really just unsure if it's safe to buy from you, if they feel comfortable buying from you, especially if you're a new business. They're just unsure. They're trying to get familiar with you. So build value in your brand. Basically what I mean is brag about your brand. Talk about your brand with the utmost confidence. They need to know that it is safe to buy from you. And tip number 4 is going to be promotional offers, which I'm sure you guys are all aware of. So if you have abandoned carts, if you have a visitor that leaves your website without checking out, even if they never added anything to cart, if you're keeping record of who's visiting, if you're collecting those leads, if you're doing live chat, send promotional offers to entice your visitors to actually want to check out. So you can do those promotional offers during live chat like I've shown you in the previous video, or you can do the follow-up can also include a promotional offer. Use those. Sometimes that's all people need. They just need something to push them to actually buy. So if it's saving them money, which a lot of people love to save money, if it's a free item, whatever it is you can offer to your customers to entice them to want to check out with you, provide it to them if you can. Don't hurt your business trying to give someone like 70% off and then you lose a ton of money when you're trying to make money right now, but give what you can to entice your customers but also make you a profit. Lastly, tip number 5. Tip number 5 is going to be build relationships. And I know you guys have heard me talk about this before. During that live chat and then your customer service, when you're engaging, you're going to start building relationships then. You want to make sure to maintain those relationships. This is your time to truly get to know your customers and also allow your customers to get to know you. So this kind of wraps up everything where you're providing that customer service, so you're engaging with them, getting to know them and their needs, what it is they're looking for. You're building value by allowing them to get to know your brand, and on top of it all, you build trust so that way they can start trusting you and want to actually purchase from you. And then when it comes to those relationships, it's not a relationship just for that moment. You then follow up so you can continue having that relationship with your visitors who are going to turn into your paying customers. A lot of us may have already worked in customer service at some point in our lives, customer service or sales, whether it was working in fast food, retail, call centers, wherever you may have worked in previous experiences. Use what you've learned in those experiences and try to convert it over to your business. Don't let all that time you spent working for someone else go to waste. Use what you learned in those times and then convert it over to your business so you can make money for yourself. Same concept, is just tweak it a little bit because 1, now it's your business. 2, it's now online, whereas maybe before you could have been in person. It's not as hard as it seems. If anything, it might be more time consuming. It may consume a lot of energy from you, but when you see your results in the end, it's well worth it. So there's the 5 tips for you guys on how to convert your visitors into paying customers. Thank you for watching.